I think when we try to spend time with God, it can sometimes be quite hard because it's hard to imagine someone else standing right next to you or just being with you, and that person being Jesus, because you can't even see him. So how can you spend time with him if you can't see him? I want to give you this one tip that will hopefully benefit you and that will help you make your time with God 1,000 times more effective than it already is. Unless you already do this thing that I'm about to tell you. Of course, when you're just spending time, praying, doing whatever you do in your quiet time, you may be drinking a cup of coffee because that's what he loves doing with you too. One thing that a lot of people I think miss, and that I miss a lot of time, to actually listen to what he says. And I believe that this will make your quiet time with God at least 1,000 times more effective. All you got to do is ask Jesus a question, For example, what do you want me to do today, And asking him that simple question and then stopping and just listening, just spending a few seconds, just listening to what he has to say to you and what he wants you to do today. For example, I was in the shower, I was having a mini quiet time with God in the shower. And I was chilling in the shower, I was having it was a nice shower, it was a warm, hot shower, and I was just chilling with Jesus in the shower. I mean, that sounds wrong on many levels, It isn't really. Anyway, I asked Jesus, what do you want me to do today? And he said, I just stood in the shower and I just listened to whatever would come into my mind first. Because I think God speaks through our minds the most. And sometimes we just don't hear him in our mind, and we just got to listen to our thoughts and know that that thought is from God. And so basically what Jesus said in the shower to me is, you should watch some tennis today. And then I realized, damn, it's the French Open on today, and I didn't realize that before because I didn't really know what I was going to do with the day. And I was so happy when I realized that tennis was on, because I love watching tennis, Then when I believe God reminded me of that, I was like, yes! If God hadn't told me that, if God hadn't told me that tennis was on today on TV, then, I probably wouldn't have had as good of a day, because I wouldn't have remembered about the tennis. Pretty strange example, me in the shower, God talking about tennis, but I believe that it was powerful because it made my day a lot better. If you choose to listen to what he has to say, it can make your day so much better. So the one tip that will make your quiet time 1,000 times better, at least, is to listen to God. And the way that you do this is by just asking the question, being quiet, closing your eyes. When you find a space where you can be completely quiet and not distracted by any distractions, then I believe God will speak to you and he'll encourage you, because Jesus is the most encouraging person that you could ever listen to. If you choose to listen to him, then you'll be encouraged like crazy. I mean, this morning I asked God, what do you want to say to me? I just asked, speak to me, what do you want to say? And he said, you are mighty, You are mighty. And I was like, whoa, mighty? Am I mighty? And then I was like, yeah, I am mighty. Because, I'm filming myself now. That's a pretty mighty thing to do. I would say I'm pretty mighty, I'm pretty strong, and I think God has used me. and I think He will use me way more in the future. I was encouraged by that, and then when I just spent more time listening to God, He said so many more things that were way more encouraging even. He said, "Damn, you're so intelligent." And I was like, am I intelligent? Like, really? I typed in the word intelligent in Google, not because I'm not intelligent, but because I wanted the specific definition of the word intelligent. And it came out as the ability to acquire and use knowledge. And so it's not just the ability to acquire knowledge, like hopefully you are doing through this video, but it's also the ability to use knowledge and the ability to actually do something with the knowledge. And at the start, when he said that I was intelligent, I kind of thought, I don't think I'm really that intelligent. I'm not really an expert in most things. But sometimes you just gotta express what you think your strengths are. And I think one of my strengths is to acquire knowledge and also to use the knowledge that I've acquired and actually do something with it and actually create something like this video, you know? And I mean, obviously I'm really a beginner still, but I feel like I've already learned a lot about how to create stuff, like anything, like write a blog post or whatever. And I think I've been able to acquire knowledge and use it. And so God telling me that I'm intelligent, damn, I was like, yeah, I agree with that. I am pretty intelligent. But, well, to a degree. I mean, I'm not like Einstein. I mean, I'm fairly, I don't know, I'm fairly intelligent. I don't know. For my age, maybe. I don't know, just that's what God told me, you know? And God can tell you your strengths as well. It doesn't matter what your strengths are. If you ask God, maybe you could ask God now, you know? Ask God, what do you think are my strengths? And God, He will answer you if you just stop and you just find a quiet room and just ask Him what He thinks of you. Just ask Him what He thinks of you and He'll tell you. And so that is my tip, or it's not really a tip, it's more like an incredibly useful piece of information that will completely change your life if you don't already do it. Just stop and listen to what God is telling you to do in that day, or just to ask God to speak to you in some way, because the whole Bible really is about listening and obeying God. Yeah, I filmed this in a graveyard, I don't know why, but anyway, that's my tip for today. Thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Goodbye.